Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name's Haas, and today we're going to be talking about one of the tokens that I'm absolutely the most bullish on, and that's easily Polkadot and the Polkadot ecosystem. I'm super bullish on what's happening with Polkadot, what's going to happen. I'm even a little bit more bullish, if I dare to say, than Ethereum. I know that's a hard pill for a lot of people to swallow. I get it. In fact, it was a hard pill for me to swallow when I first started getting into Polkadot. But I really truly believe that Polkadot is what's going to take a lot of market cap from Ethereum. Now, of course, Cardano is definitely in the play. I'm not taking Cardano out of it, but I definitely think that in terms of what Polkadot's doing, it's probably more of a competitor to Ethereum compared to what Cardano is doing. I see Cardano as doing something completely different than what Polkadot is. But I truly believe what Polkadot is doing is exactly what Ethereum is doing right now, and that's bringing decentralized finance and smart contracts to regular people, you and me. This is using all the tactics that our banks use to make money off of our deposits, but instead we're able to fund ourselves and be able to gain a huge yield just by providing liquidity on certain exchanges or having other peer-to-peer loan processes. There's a bunch of other things that have happened in the DeFi space. We know of protocols and smart contracts to fund litigation, to fund business ventures, and a bunch of other things. So the possibilities for smart contracts alone are completely endless. And we see that with a lot of smart contract blockchains that are really doing well right now, Sol being one of them. But today we are talking specifically about Polkadot. Polkadot, of course, was created by Dr. Gavin Wood. He was one of the creators that worked with Ethereum. He actually did a lot of work on Ethereum, a lot of the backend coding. He's a very technical guy, really understands exactly what we need in blockchain technology. Now, Gavin and the team first created the Kusama blockchain, which is essentially the canary network for Polkadot. It has the same substrate code base, so it's exactly the same coding that Polkadot is. It has its own ecosystem and its own healthy projects, and it's going to play a huge part in terms of Polkadot DeFi. We do know that the parachains that are coming live, and unfortunately we don't have a date on the auctions yet, we're still waiting, but I am watching with bated breath, and KSM is going to be an integral part of the parachain auctions and then further on forward into Polkadot DeFi. So super bullish on where KSM is going to go, where Polkadot's going to go, and a lot of the Ethereum counterparts that Polkadot in the Polkadot ecosystem is working with. Now, what do I mean by Ethereum counterparts? Well, let's first tackle Uniswap. So with the PolkaSwap DEX specifically, now the gas token for the PSWAP DEX is XOR. Now you can also buy PSWAP, that is the token to govern the PSWAP blockchain, but XOR is what will handle all of the gas and the transaction fees on your PSWAP. And then you have the Val token, which is the validator token. And with this PSWAP DEX, it's essentially going to do what Uniswap does, but with a lot of other bells and whistles and more interoperability between other blockchains. Now, the reason why I think that you should be super bullish on PSWAP and the PolkaSwap DEX is mainly because of how much market capitalization that simply PancakeSwap took from the market. A lot of people have asked me, and I get it, the word PancakeSwap, people think, oh, this has got to be a scam. Who names a crypto after food? But in reality, PancakeSwap is one of the nicer DEXs out right now, and it's the cheapest one to use. It's the most efficient, and it's running on the Binance Smart Chain, so it has a trusted name behind it at least. Regardless of what other pump and dumps happen with the tokens in PancakeSwap, ultimately the platform is really, really good. I just wish it had more token pairs. But this is what we're talking about. If PSWAP could take that dominance away from Uniswap and take a good chunk of market capitalization, in fact, hitting number one on the DEX list numerous times, then you could only imagine what a fleshed out PSWAP DEX would do with a similar amount of fees and interactivity that PancakeSwap has. So I'm super bullish on where PSWAP can go. I'm really excited for it, and this is going to be great. It is live. It's a soft launch, to what I understand from one of my comments, but I'll look way more into it. I still want to play with it. I just don't know how to fund if I put my XOR directly in my MetaMask, but I'll watch some videos and I'll play around with it, and I'll report back. This is the PSWAP DEX. Again, super excited, super happy that we're going to have this decentralized exchange for the Polkadot ecosystem. I think it's going to be super helpful once we have Polkadot DeFi up and running and humming. I'm so excited to be playing around with this. The next project that you need to be looking at in terms of Polkadot and other Polkadot networks, this is the Ethereum counterpart for Polkadot, and that is Moonbeam. Moonbeam is going to be the integral part of bringing interoperability into Polkadot. This is going to be one of the things that easily onboards a lot of ERC projects and ERC users, so people that are using MetaMask or other Ethereum blockchain tools. This is going to really help bring those on board because it's going to bring that operation into the Polkadot ecosystem. So there's going to be a lot of interoperability that's going to happen with Moonbeam. And if we take a quick look at the roadmap, we do see that they're looking to launch in Q3 of 2021. So ideally, this summer, we should have something like this out. And they are looking to have the KSM blockchain Moonriver open up on Q2. Now, again, all of this is subject to change. So if any of these change, it happens. It's with blockchain and blockchain tech. Really, we see a lot of projects, being delayed. But this could be very bullish on projects like Ethereum that are still waiting on ETH 2.0. If projects like Polkadot and Cardano can't really produce the product, then obviously Ethereum is going to maintain that market cap, which is why I still hold a good chunk of Ethereum. I'm by no means Polkadot bear. If anything, I'm a little bit more of an ETH bear. But obviously the last couple of days have proved me wrong. The next token to be aware of is going to be Kylin. This is the Chainlink equivalent. It's basically going to be the Oracle chain, so it's really going to help a lot of enterprises and other people come into Polkadot and Polkadot DeFi and the Polkadot ecosystem. So Chainlink obviously being that Oracle system connecting other blockchains. So Kylin's going to do a lot of the same. And a big thing with Polkadot alone is interoperability. And I've said this before, the biggest thing for blockchain, because I do believe we're entering a multi-blockchain world, I do think interoperability is going to be the most important thing moving into Polkadot DeFi and other DeFi systems. It's going to be very important because Polkadot's not going to be the end-all be-all. A lot of people are going to use Cardano systems. A lot of people are going to use Ethereum systems. There's going to be a different user base on each platform, but fundamentally, we need to make sure that all of these platforms can work with each other because that's going to be the best thing. So if Polkadot can truly build the Web 3.0 with the interoperability with other blockchains and other systems, I think this is going to be incredibly bullish for the Polkadot ecosystem. I also like that the substrate code base is fairly easy to use. Now, I'm not a coder, so I don't know personally. But to what I hear, it's one of the most user-friendly code bases that they could be using. I'm super bullish on where we can go. I'm super excited for more projects to hop onto the Polkadot ecosystem. So let's talk about the charts, where we're going in the long term. Obviously, we've had a little bit of a pump over the last couple of days. Now that was after our subsequent dump, and usually we go through these trends, and oftentimes with Polkadot at least, we've been following Bitcoin. Now we're kind of sitting in a channel. I would call this basically sideways action. You can call it what you want, but basically Polkadot is just moving to the trends and going up and down as a trend would. But ultimately it has basically just stayed level throughout. So what that means is, now we bought Polkadot in our portfolio series right here. Now I did accumulate Polkadot down in this area in the bear market, and obviously it's made a nice shoot up. And right now we're roughly sitting around $41. So it's a pretty incredible price considering where it came from. But I do think Polkadot is not even started. And the biggest bullish indicator of this is the fact that we are pumping right now. Everything is flying and we don't really have the main adoption that, say, Ethereum has. Right now we have a lot of projects and a lot of people using Uniswap. And that is changing. That is dramatically changing now that the Pswap system is live. And I think as more and more people start to come into the system and start to recognize how to use it and learn it, I think it's going to be an incredibly bullish thing for Polkadot in the long term. I truly believe Polkadot is extremely undervalued here. Now, again, it's hard for me to buy at these prices, of course, but it is undervalued. But however, even though Polkadot was the one that I didn't put more money into, even though I should, when I saw Polkadot go down to $28, it definitely was an indicator to buy. So again, that was this capitulation dip right here. But you guys know exactly where I was funneling my money into, and that was KSM. Through this dip here, and then again through this dip here, I was buying and I was scooping up KSM, and that's just what I was doing. It makes sense because KSM is going to be a big part of Polkadot DeFi and the Polkadot ecosystem. So I'm really excited about where KSM is going to go, the project's building on KSM, and then on top of that, everything else happening with the Polkadot ecosystem. So I feel that it is my way of still entering the Polkadot ecosystem on a token that I'm super bullish on, while still earning the exact same percentage that I was staking my Polkadot. To me, it was a win-win-win. Again, I said numerous times, my foot is in my mouth, granted, but I said that we wouldn't see a KSM below $400. And of course, when I said that, we dipped below the $400 mark right here, and then again, all the way down here. Both times I did buy, but I think we are out of the woods. Now, I'm still a little bit cautiously optimistic because a lot of this depends on whether or not there's going to be a massive Bitcoin dump, which I don't think so. I think we're out of the woods. I think the market is just looking incredibly bullish. If you just look at where the market is right now, in terms of where the market was when Bitcoin was crashing, we have Ethereum sitting at $3,500, a massive amount. So even though Bitcoin is not going and performing the way that we want, it is in that Goldilocks zone where we're seeing a lot of altcoins pump. So I'm very excited for what's going to happen over the next couple of weeks to months. I think this is the start of an incredible movement for the cryptocurrency space and for the charts. I'm really excited to see where prices are going to be in a month, 2 months, 3 months. But right now, our crypto market cap is sitting roughly just below $2.4 trillion, coming in at an all-time high for the crypto market cap. So again, we are hitting record numbers regardless of what Bitcoin's doing. Of course, Bitcoin has a dominance on the market, but at the end of the day, when you see the market this bullish, you're really, really excited about what's going to happen. So just to recap, Polkadot is going to be this incredible interoperable space and a lot of the functionality that Ethereum has right now, with a lot of really great projects and a lot of really smart people working on these projects. And I'm super excited for Polkadot, for the ecosystem. And this is exactly why I'm super bullish on Polkadot, XOR, and all the other Polkadot tokens that I've been accumulating. Hopefully you guys found some value out of this video. Go ahead and give me a like if you did like it. Subscribe if you want to see more crypto news and content. Tomorrow, we are going to be live at 11 a.m. EST, and I know that's early, but we're going to be doing coffee Q&A in the morning, so please feel free to join in on that. I'll make a scheduled thing so you guys can hit the button and be notified once I actually do go live, but I will be live at 11 EST tomorrow. Well, that's it for me. Hope this video finds you well, and happy hodling.